first told me that you were doing a response video and I heard some of the points you were making here, I was looking forward to it, to put it nicely. But lo and behold, you managed to do worse than my already kind of low expectations. You deserve some kind of word for that, buddy.
Wake up there. Raise your voice against liars. Figure out the fire. Why the stop
Day, guys. As the title says, I'm going to be
What? So, in this 16 minutes and 18 seconds long video, you want them to basically skip all of it. Okay then. I'm guessing you meant to put 6:15 instead of 16:15, as that's when you give your opinion on Joe's comments. Now I have a problem with that, but I'll tackle that in a bit. But how did you manage to not catch that while editing? Now for my problem with the whole skipping thing. The part having people skip is you reading the letter, and why do you want to have people skip that part? Because that's the part which has context what you're arguing. Is it because it's long? Why not just speed up your voice so that it doesn't go on for that long? I know that Geekish does do a recap of the point before he argues it, but first, said recap doesn't cover the entirety of what was said during that part of the letter, as I'll show later, and second, that brings on an entirely new set of problems. Mainly, if he's going to recap parts of the letter before his point, doesn't that make Geekish reading the letter in its entirety pointless and redundant? And there's an easy solution to this. Geekish could have just read a point he made in his letter, then Joe's response to that, and then his response to Joe. Now, I'll be speeding up the part where Geekish reads both his and Joe's letter, as they contain some important stuff to my later points.
There, Angry Joe. Hi, my name's Ricky, and I'm the creator of a channel on YouTube called GeekishGamerShow. When I created this channel, I built it off of me watching almost all your reviews you ever made during the summer of 2015. And I just want to say thank you. I look up to you, and many others as YouTubers do as well, because you make great gaming content, and it pushed me to be the best I can be, and gain 700 subs on my channel. But Joe, please, for the love of God, stop disabling your comments. We're viewers. We critique just like you critique a video game company. You disabling comments in your viewers is like Bungie shutting you down from making a Destiny review. I know, right? You can't, because it's free speech. I know you want to do other things, dude, but you sold your channel off of gaming and reviews and gameplays. No one's saying you can't do movie reviews, but to be honest, I see a hell of a lot more of them than I see review. I mean, you could just make another channel like J Badina dedicated to movie review.
Alright, let's take your letter, shall we? How would Joe making another channel that's for non-gaming stuff fix the problem of no game reviews coming out? You'd still be getting more movie reviews than game reviews.
Or things you really like and care about that isn't really gaming related. But that's all. Just please own up and take the criticism. I do. You do. And so many other YouTubers before you have. And start making more gaming content, because it's been about a month or so since you've made a game review. That's all, and thanks for listening to a fan of your show. Sincerely, a big fan of your show. P.S. Don't forget you inspire a empire. So here he goes. Hey, thanks for your email and your very kind comments. My show has always been a variety show. It's always had movie reviews for years and years, more than 5 years. It's had interviews, previews, lots of other stuff, board games, even at one point, and trailer reactions recently. Because all my content is free and I don't ask any of my fans to contribute to a Patreon or anything like that, the best way for me to continue to make content after 9 years of solid work is to continue to do the content I would like to share with my audience, to keep it fresh, to add things and remove things. I'm not going to let a certain angry vocal segment of my fans shout out movie reviews and destroy my other content and continue to complain about the lack of game reviews. They can instead be patient and wait for the next review. I don't understand why other YouTube game reviewers get months to post their videos and do only 1 or 2 a month. And when I do it, I get shouted down. It's pretty unfair, actually. Just because I do new games doesn't mean I will be every single new game that releases. There may be a typo there. You know what I'm saying.
Hey, time for me to hit Joe. You do realize that the reason other YouTubers could be forgiven for uploading 1 to 2 game reviews a month is because that's their schedule. Take JonTron. He generally uploads every 3 months or so, but his fans don't get mad at that because they're aware of that's his schedule. It isn't your schedule, hence why people would get mad at you for that.
I don't think sometimes the general audience understands how much work goes into each of these. You can relate. That's impossible for me, and as you may understand, us YouTubers have to be aware of burnout and staying happy to remain creative. Your analogy is wrong. If I purchase a game, I have the right to review it. I put money into it. No one purchased an angry review, and no one ever will. I'll get to that later. If you'd like to review my angry reviews, you can make a video and put it. No one is stopping you, and I don't try to claim other people's content. However, my comments section is there for discussion about the current video. If it's nothing but complaining that the video isn't the exact game review, some 24-year-old who lives in X town and X state went and downvotes it to hell and starts fights with other people there to discuss the current video. That's unhelpful, bullshit, and pointless. I already heard those types of people's points. They want more angry reviews and nothing else until they get it. So they don't need to repeat that point in every one of my videos. That's why I disable comments and will continue to do so likely. Though game reviews, comments will still be there. Does that make more sense? Those types of fans are free to complain about more game reviews, but honestly, the more they do, the less likely I will make them, as they try to destroy the rest of my channel in the process. It's been about a month since I've done a game review because, guess what? I'm on a vacation, a 2-month vacation. The first one I've ever taken in my YouTube career. I've given 9 years of my every waking moment to this and never had a break. And when I ask for one, this is the response I get? That's pretty depressing in some ways, as if I shouldn't be treated as a human being, just a video machine. Well, it's cool. It's a great job in the end, but I still need a break now and then, period. This is ultimately my channel. I need the right to decide what content to put on my own channel. If I lose subscribers, that's fine. I'm happy with a very large segment who do in fact enjoy other types of content as well. Thanks again.
I'm Pickle Rick!
Now, he says that his show has always been a variety show, which is true. I remember when I watched his channel back in 2015, and it had been a variety show. It had lots of interviews, previews, and everything else, and board games at one point, which was boring, and trailer reactions recently. I remember him doing trailer reactions last year and the year before, but yeah, he's been doing a lot more trailer reactions, and I'll get to that step at a point.
So like, do we really need a point of you agreeing with Joe that he's a variety show, and did it really need to be so long? Just saying something along the lines of, yeah, I agree Joe has always been a variety show, would have done better.
Now, he says because all my content is free and I don't ask any of my fans to contribute, well, you're wrong there. You do have donations in your website, and you do have donations on your Twitch account, so don't say that you don't ask any of your fans to contribute, because you actually do. You have donating websites asking your fans to contribute to the Angry Joe Show, so you do.
You just repeated that Joe has places where fans can donate twice in the span of a few seconds. I have the strangest thought that this isn't scripted, and the stutter sound went on while you were reading the script just reinforces this thought.
Which pisses me off to this point where I feel that Angry Joe should not be getting mad at the fans, well, because not only do we feel entitled, no. Do I pay for some of the stuff, hopefully, to get like a little bit of what I'm talking about? I mean, if I'm paying for something, for your angry reviews, I should be getting the angry reviews. I'm paying you for your content. I'm paying you for your content that I like and that I'm making. And I'm pretty sure most of the people who are paying Angry Joe are people who like his angry reviews and want to see him put more production and effort into those videos.
And now you're arguing comes scratching challenges. Zeppelin, how do you know that most of the people giving money on his Twitch are giving it to him for his angry reviews? Why not for his movie reviews? For something that could be even more plausible, his content overall. And you brought up how since you pay him, you should get a say in what he does. Well, you forget one little thing. You're giving him money on Twitch, a site where he doesn't really have to give you anything in return for giving him money outside of acknowledging it. At this point in Twitch, it's to stream stuff, with the donations being a side thing. Now if this was Patreon, something where rewards for those who give money are basically expected, then I'd shut my face. By the way, remember when Joe brought up a Patreon is like one to prove that his content is free? I'm starting to wonder why that is now.
Now, he goes on and everything else, and because all my content is free and blah, 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 he wants to keep it fresh, which I have no problem with. But there's a problem when the quantity runs over of a certain thing you've been doing.
So did you forget when Joe said he'd been making multiple types of content for years, meaning that he'd been doing movie reviews for a long time as well? Meaning, by your logic, that really wouldn't be a problem.
The quantity of his trailer reactions have been way huge than what it has been his game reviews. He recently made one about the Justice League. He recently made a video about the Game of Thrones. He recently made a video about this and about that, and nothing about game reviews.
First, way huge. No. Second, you say he's been doing more trailer reactions than game reviews. Then you show what he's been uploading, and it shows there were like 2 reaction videos and the rest are other types of stuff. Really way huge, man. Maybe we'll try having what you show match up with what you're saying, yeah?
I mean, come on. And you have 7,000 people, the last time I watched this video on the update, 7,000 to 9,000 people, 9,000 to liking and 7,000 to disliking. 7,000 people are disliking this video. They're not just being butthurt. There's a reason why they're doing it. And the reason why is because you are pushing out such a lack of content for game reviews that we've been wanting forever. You sold your channel off of game reviews.
But earlier in your letter, you said he sold his channel off of gaming, reviews, and gameplays. When you showed us the most recent uploads, there were still gaming and gameplays and gaming content, just not game reviews. So why does that change? Unless you were trying to make the lack of a content you enjoy seem like a bigger issue than it really is. At least try and make your lying less obvious.
It's not our fault that we're hoping for you to make game reviews. You should be making game reviews.
He should be making game reviews. Let's say he did sell a channel off of game reviews. Just because it made him popular doesn't mean this is the thing he's supposed to be doing. He can do other stuff that could eclipse the content he was known for, and that isn't a problem. It's just some arbitrary rule you're trying to impose on Joe so you can get what you want.
Local segment of his fans to shout out movie reviews and destroy my other content and continue to complain about the lack of game reviews. Well, people are complaining about the lack of game reviews, Joe. Why don't you show them the lack of game? Why don't you show them more game reviews?
Okay, Geekish, what was with the sudden vocal shift here? I mean, you went from all calm sounding to sounding like you're holding a gun to his head. Was it to show emphasis? Because if so, there are other ways of doing that, you know? But moving on, if people are going to do nothing more than acting like brats having a tantrum, then of course the appropriate thing to do is to cater to them and give them what they want and show them that if that happens again, they can just complain and get their way. Brilliant, Geekish. absolutely brilliant.
Why don't you show them game reviews? I mean, that's what we're here for. That's what we're paying you to do. So why aren't we getting game reviews? All right. I mean, that's what I've been waiting for this whole entire time. There's some games I want to know that's good. I want to know if Splatoon 2 is good. I want to know some other games are good. But I've been waiting for Joe, and Joe is not bringing the content that he's been doing. He's been lacking a lot.
If you truly wanted to know if these games are good, you could just look up another reviewer. And I know your text addresses this issue, but it's really dumb. Why would people have to unsub to find a different reviewer? People can't say sub to Joe while also watching another reviewer. You do realize people don't watch one person for one type of content.
I'm Pickle Red! Second of all, we're paying you through your Patreon, not through your Patreon, but through your Twitch and through your donation sites on your websites. We got that going there. So you can't say we're not paying you. It's not, I mean, we're not saying, you can't say we're not helping you, because we are, we're giving you our money. And not only that.
Alright, nitpicking here, but why is your text reminding people that it's not a website come so late after you said website? It's not that hard to sync text. Actually, why is this text here at all? You already said at the beginning, and I doubt your audience forgot about it.
Our money. And not only that, but he's not doing what he's supposed to be doing. I mean, he tells me you can relate. That's impossible for me, as you may understand it. Us YouTubers have to be aware of burnout and staying happy and to remain creative, which is true. But if my channel is sold off the base of game reviews, then I'm going to keep consistently making game reviews.
Okay, Geekish, this is a serious question. Are you aware of what burnout is? I'm asking this because if you did, you probably wouldn't have said mostly anything you had said throughout this video. Burnout is a physical or mental collapse caused by overwork or stress. So knowing that, of course game reviews wouldn't come out as frequently. He's getting tired of making them, and no amount of money or people shouting at him would get rid of this burnout. If anything, that would just contribute to his more. As if people were shouting at me to make something I didn't enjoy making, I probably would want to make it even less.
Supposed to be making. I mean, your analogy is wrong. If I purchase a game, I have the right to review it. I mean, true, and that actually goes along with what I'm saying. If I'm giving you my money, I think I have a right or say in how you should be in at least some.
You know, Geekish, why is your text making the worst points in this video? You're trying to act like people are getting mad over Joe not sticking to his schedule, and that is BS and you know it. Considering how you bring up no proof, that shows that people are mad at Joe over this. Meanwhile, you showed earlier that you're able to show comment, so finding someone that should support this shouldn't be too hard unless you're making it up. But let's just go with that proof thing. Even if people were mad at him, you're acting like that's Joe's fault. You are aware that future problems exist and could have affected his schedule, right? I mean, you were just flat out told this was the case. Did you just add in his text points at 4 AM and then just forgot to check them when you woke up?
I'm Pickle Red! Now, this disabling comments thing is another petty ass thing he's done, because when you're disabling comments, you disabled a part of your people. I mean, the point I'm trying to get with Angry Joe is this. If you're disabling the comment section, that should be telling you something. Maybe you're not doing something right. Maybe you need to look at yourself and say, maybe I'm not making game reviews. Maybe I'm not doing this. Because he's not.
Or just maybe the people in the comment section are getting way too upset that they aren't getting what they hoped for and thinking that acting like children has some form of an effect. Like, you're acting like it's Joe's fault that he thought his fans would start acting how they did towards him taking a break. Geekish, if your fans got mad at you for taking a break from the type of content you're starting to get tired of making, but you didn't think, well, I guess I'm in the wrong here? No, you wouldn't.
I'm Pickle Red! And you start to complain about your fans and your fans not caring. It's not that we don't, and it's to some of these people, okay? It's not all of us, Joe. It's to some of us who really do care about you.
So, like, did you forget when Joe said, I know a large segment of my fan base supports me, or do you just not like admitting that the side of the fan base you agree with are pretty stupid? Because I think that you don't want to admit that they're stupid. They're stupid.
And it's to some of us who watch you, and I've been waiting for these game reviews, and all I keep getting is fucking trailer reactions and movie reviews and this and that and this and that, when I don't see any angry reviews. So you can't get mad at us critiquing you.
So this has been something I wanted to hint since you first brought it up, the criticism.
It's not criticism.
Criticism is something that improves the person or their content. Now put aside your love of his reviews and think, how would telling Joe to make less trailer reactions and movie reviews and instead make more game reviews help him? It isn't fixing any problem instead of movie reviews or trailer reactions. In fact, just ignores whatever problems are in those videos. So calling it criticism is BS. Just because it could bring back something you like doesn't equate to it being helpful to Joe.
I'm Pickle Red! get a little bit more effort in there. Like I said before, the 2008, 2010 Joe was the best Joe I ever seen in my freaking life, because you could tell he was putting so much effort and pressure and a lot more creative flow into his content than he ever did before. But now he feels like he's getting lazy, and he wants to take a vacation when it felt like he's been taking a vacation for a very long time to begin with anyway, because of lack of content. And I've been waiting, and all I see is movie reviews and trailer reactions, and I'm like, come on now, where's your reviews at?
Hey, don't think you can sneak that by me. You say Joe's reviews now feel less creative and lack the effort seen in his earlier vids, but instead of explaining why or showing why, you just repeat the phrase you said 2 times already. Hey, Bo's Blades here. Time for some clarification. The phrase I'm referring to is Geekish saying it feels like you've been on vacation already, or at least something along those lines, which I don't know the exact times he said it. I originally had some points addressing him saying it, but they were pretty bad, so I cut them out. And that's all. Back to the video. What I'm getting from that is, since Joe was making more reviews back then than he is now, that equates to him putting less effort in them, which isn't the case. Just because he doesn't upload as much doesn't equate to him not putting as much effort into his reviews. If anything, you could argue the opposite, like he's putting more effort into them, hence why they take longer to create. And creativity-wise, that also can't be judged by an upload rate. You can make very creative videos that you upload once a month, just like you would also make very creative videos and upload them twice a week.
Don't disable your rating system, because that's childish as fuck. Take criticism like a motherfucker, like we all do. Like I said before in the email, take criticism like we all do. You should do it. You used to probably do it. I do it, and many others have done it before you.
Now, this is what I've been waiting for. See, Joe disabling comments isn't a sign that he can't take criticism, and I can prove it. How? This video. If Joe couldn't take criticism, then why would he respond to your letter? And why would he also allow you to make a review of his reviews and even say that he wouldn't file a strike on it if he couldn't take criticism? Maybe because he can. Also, all the things I listed were found in Joe's letter, which you had clearly read out. For you to ignore all of this to say that Joe can't take criticism makes you look extremely scummy. Geekish said nothing of importance after this, so final thoughts time. So, no joke, this might be one of the worst videos I've covered. You made terrible reasons to why Joe should push out game reviews that were either extremely arbitrary or were contradicted by you. Yeah. Going by your popularity means you should do it, and having a balance of said popular content and unpopular content, you're more at fault than Joe. See, going to your most popular video showed that your second most popular video you've made was a movie discussion video. So, when was your last movie discussion? Well, technically your last video about movies in general was 6 months ago, but your previous video was even longer than that. Meanwhile, your gaming videos have been overpowering that content. So according to your logic, you should be making that. So if that doesn't prove how arbitrary your rules are, you need to see a doctor. Another problem, not just with this, but with your videos as a whole, is your awful wording. Taking a second look at your script can help you. And well, yeah, I'm pretty sure this video didn't have a script. Why didn't it? Listen, I don't want to be Mr. Scripts everything, but with the multiple stutters throughout this video and the awful way you presented some of these points, maybe invest in one and start re-recording your stuff. And finally, the biggest problem is your apathy. You just seem to not care that Joe could have been stressed out due to the angry reviews and needed some time off. You instead just wanted what you wanted. This entitlement made this entire video feel like fanboy whining than actual critique. And to get a bit more personal for a second, you were actually in a very similar situation. Only thing was, it was with me. Yeah, when I said I stopped doing commentaries, you didn't pull any of this, but it's popular and you're supposed to be making it. Instead, you're very supportive of me doing something else. So why couldn't Joe get the same support? I honestly don't know. But I do know it's acting like how you did won't make Joe want to return to game reviews any faster. And with all that, I'm out. If there are any problems with this, please let me know in the comment section or by making your own commentary on this. And until next time.